It's week 10 review. We'll call this segment From the Closet because I'm in an actual closet. This week we had our first eliminations. Strunk and Teabag are out. We bid you both adieu. Hopefully you guys will continue to set your lineups and participate right to the end. We don't want anybody slipping in or losing a playoff spot based on playing against an incomplete lineup. That always sucks. Upset of the week. I don't want to make this too focused on my team all the time, but I was the only favorite this week to lose. The Yahoo headline says it all. It said, Dimes defies the experts to defeat Abdullah Oblongata and claim third place. First off, thank you to Yahoo for considering and recognizing me as an expert. I think we all knew it, but it's always nice to have some confirmation from a strong source. There's a lot of fake news going on these days, and it's nice to know that I am 100% legitimate. Dimes versus Abdullah Oblongata was the only matchup where the favorite didn't win, like I said. Was it Dimes' performance or my meltdown? Who knows? It was my meltdown. I think the numbers make it obvious. I only had one touchdown, and it was by Eric freaking Ebron, of all people, who I picked up and started kind of on a whim. When boxing gloves Ebron is the only one making touchdown catches on your team, you're going to be in rough shape. The luckiest SOB of the week, we'll say it's Miguel of Touchdown there. He got a 31-point victory. A 31-point day from Mark Ingram. Sealed the deal against a strong overall performance from Ryan's squad, Strunk Fluggett. Almost every other player on his team was below their projections, but the 31 from Ingram was enough to get him the win. Unluckiest SOB of the week, we're going to go with good old Teabag. He had a quality sob post this week about Breeze and Gronkowski and something about the trade rules. I don't know. No one's complained about the trade rules this year, so I don't know what that was all about. Just that having his two studs and an all-world D this year wasn't quite enough to put him in contention. He is one of the two teams that are eliminated, as I said earlier. Strunk and Teabag are both 100% eliminated from playoff contention. Don't worry, gentlemen, this is not a keeper league. We'll see you next year, though. The most valuable GM of the week I'm going to give out to Kevin, Cutler's Crusher. Put together a nice lineup, top to bottom. Nobody on his entire team went over 20 points, but nobody went under 5. Everybody had a really good matchup. It's rare to have such a balanced attack across your whole team for the whole year. For the whole week. So congrats to him. He put together a great lineup. The pickup of the week goes to him. It was Isaiah Crowell. He's bounced around the league. He's been on 4 different teams. He started him. He put up over 15-plus points against the Lions defense. The Lions defense has not given up a ton of individual running back points this year, so he rolled the dice and it paid off. We'll call that the pickup of the week. Phil gave me some grief on my last video for not really coming out with any type of predictions or putting myself out there at all. So we'll say this week I'll make my playoff predictions as it sits right now. I'm going to say Kevin and Steve are locked in, two spots locked in. So that leaves 2 spots open for about 5 other teams. And that leads us to this week's matchups. We've got 2, we'll call them loser leaves town matches. We got Puddin' Tame against my guys. Early projections probably give Pete the lead. He's got some big scoring threats. Tyreek Hill, Alvin Kamara. They've both got great matchups this week. They could put up huge numbers. Also, Dimes versus Brent and his default roster name, which bothers me every time I read it. Could be another key matchup this week. Dimes is the early favorite despite not having a single tight end on his roster, which could be more 4D tiddlywinks, a la his draft move of not drafting a kicker. He claims it's genius. I think we all know better. My guess is he's going to pick some up on the waiver wire. My bets are on Vernon Davis. Yes, that is me trying to sabotage his waiver wire pickup to the 4 people in front of him on the waiver wire, or 4 or 6, I don't remember. To the people ahead of him, feel free to block that pick. I'm sure we'd all appreciate it, all the folks below him. Good week, guys. That's my review. I don't have anything else. We'll see you next week. Good luck.